Okay, guys, let's start. So, before moving on to today's agenda, let me first introduce myself, who I am, and what we will be doing today. Okay. So, my name is Bhavesh. So, before talking about my journey, I am currently an SD3 at a US based startup that is Brewing. Okay. We will talk about what I do, what my journey is. Okay. So, we will talk about that as well. On the other hand, I have one more journey that is my technical instructor side. Okay. So I am with the edtech, you can say, from the start itself. Okay. So the edtech journey started from coding blocks. Anyone knows about coding blocks? Okay. Anyone? Am I audible? Na? Anyone knows here about coding blocks? Hello. Guys, am I audible? Yes. So this was the institution. The first, I will say, the edtech institution started by the founder of Vidya Mandir classes, a J Institute. Okay, this coding blocks institute was started by Vidya Mandir's founder. Okay, and also Nagaro founder. This is again a big technical company. Okay, so he is the owner of both who started coding blocks. Okay, so from there itself, I am a part of the tech industry. Okay, so out of these coding blocks, two more institutes were generated. For example, let's say Coding Ninjas. This was started by Ankush Singla sir. He is a from Stanford, Facebook, right? So I have worked with him as well. And another was Pep Coding Education Private Limited. I was a founding member here. Okay, this was started by Sumit Malik. Okay, so I have been a founding member here. So we had to a product nados.io that was completely built by me. Okay, so this was later on acquired by Scalar Academy. Okay, so this have been my journey. Okay, in coding blocks, moreover, I was a student or a TA, you can say. Then I joined Coding Ninjas and Pep Coding. Okay, Pep Coding as a founding member, and then Pep Coding was later in 2022 got acquired by Scalar Academy. I have worked at Scalar Academy as well for some time. Okay, then I worked at various institutions, Gigster, Masai, Newton School, right? So I have taught at a lot of places. I have taught more than 20K plus students in one track. Okay. From front end to back end to hosting to cloud. I have everything I have taught to this 20K plus students. Okay. And most of them are now doing good in their lives. Okay. And parallelly, I have always been a software engineer as well. For example, currently I am SD3 at Brewing. Okay. So more telling about me, I am a 2020 graduate from IPU. Okay. I graduated in 2020. And do you know what that period was, 2020? The COVID period. Remember everyone, the COVID came in March 2020, right? Guys, we will be coordinating with chat. Okay. Otherwise, how the class will be interactive. I am not able to see you guys. I just have the chat box. Okay. I just have the chat box to communicate with you guys, to know about you, to know what you guys want to say, right? Just the chat box I have, you guys can see me. Okay. So in 2020, that was a COVID year. Okay. I had two choices, either prepare for the gate, go for MTech. Sorry, I already had prepared for the gate result was there, and I could have gone for the MTech or join TCS. Okay. But what happened? TCS join is got delayed by 1 year. So I was in bit of a stress in 2020. Okay. So But what I had in 2020 was a lot of learnings, because I already told you I was a part of web coding, I was a part of coding blocks, I was a part of coding ninjas. So from there, I have not earned something other than the learnings, other than the education, other than my web development skills, my DSS skills, a lot of learnings I had. Okay. So at that time, I had applied for more than hundreds of companies. And can you like guess how many of them have replied? Let's say I have applied for hundreds of companies on LinkedIn. Okay, how many have just replied me back? Not selected for interview, just replied me back. Only 5. Why was that so? That out of 100 places, only 5 were just entertaining me. 95 were just rejecting by just by seeing the resume. Okay. Anyone, any guesses why a company do so? That out of 100, we get only 5 to 3. Basically, the response rate is 2 to 5%. Anyone want to speak about it? Why the response rate is so low when you graduate? Okay. So I will tell you the reason, because you are a fresher. Now, skills we will talk later. Okay. In your resume, you have put it in some skills, right? They don't know you have those or not, right? For example, I am a fresher. I say I know HTML, CSS, JS, React. I know Node.js as well. I put it in my resume. I have given some good projects as well, right? But that's not the scenario. They have not even judged me yet. Okay. They have not evaluated me yet. Okay. It is just I am a fresher. Now, why companies are so afraid in hiring the freshers? Why the companies feel so uh, afraid in hiring the freshers? ऐसा क्यों होता है? Okay. So when you go in some company, okay, every company have some work standards. Now, you as a student have might have built projects, but you don't know the way to basically how to structure it, how to write the optimized code, what to do, what not to do, right? These all things you don't know. Basically, you don't know the industry standards, how the industry works, how to talk to a client, how to communicate to a client. I will take 1 day, 5 day to do a job. I don't know all of this. Okay. So generally companies do a training of 3 to 6 months. Okay. For every fresher, generally companies do a training of 3 to 6 months. Okay. And on this training, they spend almost, let's say 20K per candidate, per employee. Okay. So let's say if they have trained 100 employees, they have spent 20 lakhs of rupees. Right? They have invested these 20 lakhs rupees on you guys. Now, what used to happen into the industry in 2020, that was a very great time, to be honest. The employees just switch after 6 months. So what started happening was the freshers were switching to into the jobs in a very quick manner, right? Previously, before, if I talk about 2018, 2017, what used to happen, we guys used to stay at least 2 years, 1 year, 3 years in the company. The switch rate was very, very less, right? The interval of the switching was very high, 2 years, 3 years, right? It was not 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, right? The interval was not that low. But in 2020, it was very generic that every employee was switching every third month, every fifth month, every 6 months just to get the salary hikes. Okay. So they stopped hiring for the freshers. Okay. They just stopped hiring freshers. We will take at least 1 to 2 years experience of guy. This was the criteria for most of the jobs. Okay. And currently this is followed today as well. They want the freshers to be hired as interns, not a full-time employee. Okay. They are happy to hire freshers as an intern first, right? They will say you will have to do 6 months internship. Previously, they used to hire full time, then 6 months training. Now, on the name of training, they want you to be a 6 months intern, then you will be converted to a full time. Okay, so now this is the thing, right? Company also think where they are spending, right? Company is a business. Think like just a business, right? They have to increase their revenue. They have to increase their profit, right? So that's why the freshers hiring go down. Okay, but at that time, I just took this salary COVID time in August 2020 at SAS Labs. Okay, again, what I had was just one thing, learning. I was a great developer. Yes, this is what I started with 2 LPA. True. In August 2020, I started with this just as this company, SAS Labs. And only thing I had was a learning that I was a great web developer. I knew the in and outs of the web development completely. Okay. So I was able to work, I was able to give the outputs on day one. So in this company, I started building the main product. The main product was justcode.io. You can guys search for this as well. I started working on the main product on the day one itself in this company. I started contributing. Okay. But 2 LPA was very, very less. So again, I did the same. I made frequent switches. Okay. Till December 2020, I made 3 switches. Okay, in the lap of just 5 to 6 months, I made 3 switches at that time. Okay, so 2020 again, I am telling you, it was a great period, right? You were getting 100%, 200%, 300% of salary hikes. Okay, when you guys were switching. Okay, then in January 2020, I joined Pep Coding 2021. Okay, here I stayed for till the acquisition. Acquisition was April 2022. Okay, then I joined AppBrew Inc. and I am currently working at AppBrew Inc. only. Okay, so I didn't made more switches after this. Okay, see, 2 LPA was very, very less. Okay, I made the switch just to reach to a one certain income. Okay, I could have made more switches. I could have made more switches, but I didn't do that. Okay, so anyone using scraps, please don't do that. Okay, so I made switches just to reach to a basic level of income so I can support my family, I can sustain on my own expenses, right? After reaching this, I never did this switching kind of thing. Okay. I just focused again on learning. Learning never ends. Learning will never ever end. Okay. If someone is saying that my learning has been flattened, this is not possible. If someone says my learning is flattened, this is not possible. Let me just switch off this access from you guys. Just a second. I will have to remove the annotate access. All overall my journey around what I did and all of this. Okay. So where I am currently, okay, I am at a very, very good place to be honest. I am an SD3 at a very good company. So you just guys can imagine. Okay. So from 2 LPA to like whatever level I have reached here, just because of this. So my main measure is not this money thing. I am just want to tell you guys that the learning part is so important. It can take you anywhere if you have the learning, right? Once you guys start the doing the job, it becomes very, very difficult to get this back. Okay, we don't get enough time to make our learning more strong. Okay, so this is the period. If you are a student, this is the best period to learn. If you want to come into the IT and in any some place, this is the best time to come. Okay, at tech is not high peak, right? We can learn from anywhere. We have a lot of places to learn the things, right? Okay, so this is the best time. So our focus always should be learning. So from this story, I just wanted to convey that our focus always should be this learning, gaining skills. Okay, so I always use this term, keep learning, keep growing. Okay, you will learn, you will grow, definitely. You don't have to focus on the growth part. Just focus on your skill parts, growth will come automatically. Keep learning, keep growing. Okay, so any questions about me? Anyone wants to ask? This is all about myself. This was my intro. Any questions for me, guys? Otherwise, we will start with today's agenda. Anyone have any question? Okay, no questions. Okay. Okay. So anyone knows web development or DSA till this point? What is web development? What is DSA? I learned web development in DSA only at that time. Okay. Today I know a lot of things, but at that time only DSA and web development. Okay. So anyone have any idea what web development is exactly? Okay. Do you guys use Instagram? सब यूज करते हैं ना Instagram? Hmm. है ना? So how Instagram works? Let's focus on that. Okay. Let's focus how Instagram works. Imagine for the first time you are opening Instagram. Okay, not right now. Huh? Okay, right now, if you will open Instagram, your data is cached. Okay, you will see something. Okay, okay, let's talk about the right now also. When you open Instagram, you will see immediately some old posts. कुछ पुरानी posts दिखेंगी हमें. Old post 1, which you already have seen. Old post 2, old post 3. Right? Why this happens is whatever you have scrolled till now is cached on your devices itself. Why we do so? So when your internet doesn't work, right? When your internet will not work, even then you will open the Instagram, you will be able to see some content. है ना? जब आपका इंटरनेट नहीं काम करता, स्टिल हम पुराना कंटेंट देख सकते हैं. वी कैन सी द ओल्ड कंटेंट स्टिल, राइट? So this data always get cached, मतलब is stored in your mobile. Okay, so that's why we are able to see this. Okay, as soon as you open with your Instagram, this is the screen you will see. Old posts, everything is old post. Okay, now this is your Instagram server. What is a server? Server is where all your data is stored, let's say. Okay, server is where all your data is stored. You will get all the data from here. Basically, if your friend have posted something, you will get the data from the server. Okay, Instagram server might be in Mumbai, might be in California, might be in Singapore or somewhere, right? From there, you will get to know about your friends, right? Now, your mobile device will send a request to this server. Give me new posts. I am able to see old posts, but I'm not interested in old posts anymore. I want to see the new content. Okay. So your client, your mobile device, your Instagram app will send a request to the Instagram server. Give me new posts. Okay. Now the server will recognize this request. Okay. I have to give the new post to whom? You will also send your user ID with it. Let's say your username is Neha. Okay. So server will say, okay, Neha is asking to give some new post. Okay. So now the server will find out who is Neha friends, whom Neha is following. Whom Neha is following. Then get the post of these persons. Okay. Whomever Neha is following, get those posts. Then these posts will be sent back to your device. Now your app, Instagram app will refresh, remove these old posts and will start showing you new posts. Okay, new photographs, new reels, new videos, new status, right? Everything new. Okay, so this is how our web works. Okay, as soon as you open, old post, nothing happened. App send a request to the server, give me my new posts. Who are you? Neha. Then server will find out whom Neha is following. Okay, these are the persons Neha is following. Collect the posts of these persons and send it to the app. Clear? Any doubt in this? How the web works? Okay, then all the old posts will be removed and you will start seeing the new posts. This is what happen when you refresh the app as well. Okay, जब हम पूरा scroll down करते हैं and release, scroll down and release करते हैं last में, this is happens with the refresh as well, right? So the client side means your phone, Instagram app. This is known as front end. This thing is known as front end. And where we calculated the followers of Nia, sorry, where whom Nia is following, this is known as backend. This is known as backend. So front end is the client side code on your mobile phone, on your laptop, right? On your iPads, on your tabs, right? Whatever is running on your side is known as front end code, is known as front end development. And whatever is running on the servers of Instagram, which is present in Mumbai, Singapore, USA, Canada, London, or wherever, that is known as backend development. Okay. In backend development, there is no UI, there is no user interface, only logic. Backend development is only logic. And front end development is logic plus UI. Right? Okay. Anyone would like to tell me the difference between DSA and web development? Right? Both are important. DSA versus web development. Both are important to us. What is the difference in both? क्या difference है दोनों में learning? Anyone? ठीक है. Who have prepared for the IIT JEE here? Who all have prepared for the IIT JEE here? UI is user interface. समीका, user interface. ये जो हम ब्राउजर में अपना जो भी यूआई देख रहे हैं, फोटो, इमेजेस, बटन्स, टैब्स, लिंक्स, राइट? ऑल ऑफ दीज आर यूआई. Okay, who have like studied for IIT JEE or have maths and physics in 12th, right? So I'm imagining maths and physics at some level everyone have studied, right? Maths and physics, right? Maths is pure logic, right? Maths is pure logic, nothing else. Physics is imagination plus logic. Right? If someone does not know maths, can we say he can understand physics? No, right? Maths is a necessary part to learn physics. If someone does not know differentiation, integration, right? Divide, multiply, sum, can he learn physics? Not possible, na? E is equal to MC square समझना भी बहुत मुश्किल. It's very difficult to understand even E is equal to MC square. If he does not know square, if he does not know multiplication, if he does not know what is a variable, right? So maths is the building blocks of physics, right? But if I say if someone is good at maths, if someone is good at maths, is it guaranteed that he is good at physics as well? No. right? Someone very good at maths, it's not compulsory that he's good at physics as well, right? Maths is compulsory. If you don't know maths, don't know physics, fine, right? But if you know maths, you know physics, no, right? Physics is different. Physics need imagination as well, right? Physics need imagination as well, not just the logic. It needs a story as well. So same is with DSA and development. Web development is physics and our DSA is maths. To learn web development, DSA is compulsory. Some level of logical thinking is compulsory. But if you're good at DSA, you're good at development, not true. Okay, I have taken the interviews of candidates, 6 years of experience at Microsoft. Can you believe he failed the web development interview very badly? He might have excelled in the DSA interview, but he, after spending 6 years at Microsoft, he failed the interview of web development very, very badly. Right? So this is the proof that if you know DSA, it does not guarantee that you know web development, right? But DSA is the building block of web development, right? Some level of logical thinking is required to learn web development, right? Okay, exactly same to maths and physics only. Okay, so let's think of it of in terms of a puzzle. Let me give you a puzzle, okay, to solve out. Okay, should I give a difficult one or easy one? What kind of puzzle you guys will like to solve? Easy or difficult? Easy. Okay. Okay. Let's start with the easy one then. Moderate. Okay, let's do a moderate one. Not easy, not difficult. Let's do a moderate one. Okay. Listen carefully, huh? I will just say only one time. Okay. I will not repeat the puzzle. Okay. And whoever gets the answer, keep it to you. Okay. Don't put it on the chat. When I will say to put it on the chat, now then we will put, right? Okay. If you get the answer, if you have listened to the story somewhere, don't put the answer and don't do chat GPT, Google or anything, please, right? This is for fun, not for your anything. This is just for fun. Maths is fun. Web development is fun. DSA is fun, right? Learning is a fun activity, है ना? तो इसे fun की तरह लो. Don't cheat. Don't do anything, right? Just take it as a fun. Let's give some pressure here, right? It must have been like um, not working from a long time. Let's put it on some work. Okay, let's put your brain on some work. You guys have n number of strings. Strings rassi. Okay. I don't know. Strings is fine, right? Rassi is the thing. Okay, you have n number of these things. You have n number of strings. Okay, all the strings are unequal. All the strings are n means infinite number of. You can take any number of strings. All the strings are unequal. It means it can be fat from the start. It can be thin from the ending, right? It can be thick and thin anywhere. Okay, it can be thick here. It can be thin here. It can be thick thin here. It can be thick here. Unequal. Okay, the mass of the strings are unequally distributed. Okay, but one thing is for sure that each string will burn in 1 hour. Means if you will fire the string from one end, if you will put a fire here, let's put a fire here from one end, the string will completely burn out. The string will completely burn out in 1 hour. You cannot say the half of the string will burn out in half hour. Okay, you cannot say that the half string will burn in 30 minutes. This is wrong. Okay, the complete string will burn in 1 hour. This is only you can convey. Okay, हम सिर्फ इतना बोल सकते हैं कि पूरी रस्सी 1 घंटे में जल जाएगी, आधी रस्सी आधे मिनट में 30 मिनट में जल रही है जनरली, इस बात की गारंटी नहीं है. ठीक है, सो वी आर नॉट श्योर अबाउट दैट, बट द कंप्लीट स्ट्रिंग कंप्लीट रस्सी जो है पूरी बर्न हो जाएगी 1 घंटे में. ओके, I am using both the languages, Hindi and English. Okay, so in whichever you guys are comfortable, you can understand in both, right? Okay, now I can fire from both the ends. I cannot just break the string. Okay. I can fire from anywhere. I can fire here, I can fire here, I can fire here, I can fire here. I have the lighter. Okay, and lighter is also never going to finish. And I have to calculate 30 minutes. Okay. So I will repeat the question. We have n number of strings. Mass is distributed unequally. So we are very, very sure that a string, if fired from one end, will burn in 1 hour. This is the question, and we have to calculate 30 minutes of the time. So you are given a clock watch, the stopwatch. So you can start the stopwatch anytime and you can stop the stopwatch anytime. Okay. And you have to calculate exact 30 minutes. That stopwatch does not have the timer. Okay. It is just you have to calculate 30 minutes. How you will calculate the 30 minutes time of spend? You can say start and stop anytime. Anytime. Okay. आप start और stop कभी भी बोल सकते हैं and we have to calculate the 30 minutes of the time is spent. How you guys will do it? How we will do that the 30 minutes of the time is gone? Everyone thinking, no? Please put the messages in the chat. It will be little interactive for me. At least I know that you guys are doing it. Problem statement clear? Everyone? Is problem statement clear? Put a yes. Okay. If anyone have any doubt in the problem statement, please let me know. This is online thing, right? Currently, I am teaching in an offline mode. It have been a long time I have taught in the online mode, right? I am teaching at Newton School of Technology, right? As an instructor, I am teaching backend development there. Okay. So there is offline classrooms, complete theater class type feel, virtual boards. I can interact with the student, go on their seats, right? Here we don't have that flexibility. Okay. That's why I am requesting you guys to use the chat box, right? Just ask the questions without any fear, right? Online ka ek benefit. This is the benefit of the online. We don't have to fear of anyone, right? Fear of not the if this person will laugh on me, if this person will laugh on me, right? We don't have any fear like this. Just ask. Whatever comes in your mind, just ask it. Okay, anyone got the answer? Anyone got the answer till now? How we will calculate the 30 minutes? Okay, anyone would like to speak up the answer? कोई बोलना चाहेगा? I will unmute him. If someone says I want to speak up the answer, I will unmute. Anyone here? Yeah, we are 80. 80 brains are working on one problem. Not together, definitely, independently. No. If I will burn 3 completely, then 1 hour is spent. How I will calculate 30 minutes? 30 minutes is the time I want to calculate. I used to ask these kind of questions from my wife and she have answer to all. But the answer is same. Can anyone guess what is the answer? I generally ask from her a lot of these kind of puzzle questions and she have answer to all. Only but the answer is same. भाड़ में जाओ तुम, भाड़ में जाए तुम्हारे क्वेश्चन. Okay. Let me repeat the question again. Okay, and we will then discuss the answer as well. Okay. Runtime error. Okay. So we have n number of strings. Mass is distributed unequally, right? Length is not clear. I don't know what is the length of the strings. Okay. Mass is distributed unequally. Okay. One thing is clear. These are n number of strings. Mean infinite number of strings you guys have. Okay. You can burn from any end. Here, or both. It's your choice, right? One string get burned. One string get completely burned in an hour if ignited from one end. If ignited from one end. How do I calculate 30 minutes? And we cannot say if I will burn the string half, 30 minutes gone. That's not an answer because the string is unequal. String is unequally distributed, right? So it's possible that 15% of the string will take 30 minutes. 15% of the string, 25% of the string will take 30 minutes. Not 50% of the string will take 30 minutes. Right? So answer this question is super duper simple. I will burn, yes, from the both sides. Right? From the one side, it is taking 1 hour. If I will burn from both the ends, the string will be completely burnt out in 30 minutes. Right? So this was easy puzzle. Guys, this part is clear to everyone, na? If the string is burnt from the both the ends, right? From one end, if I burn from one end, it will take 1 hour. If I will burn from both the ends, it will take exactly 30 minutes. Now, can anyone calculate the 15 minutes of time? Similar to 30 minutes, we have to calculate 15 minutes of time. That 15 minutes has spent. Okay, you can start the timer at any time and you can end the timer at any time. What is 4? It string doesn't have 4 ends, yeah. It have only 2. And we cannot fold it. I am telling you. We cannot break the string. You cannot convert it into 2 half. It is not possible. It's not possible to convert a string into 2 half. This is a hard problem now. Aditya, string is unequal. Mass is unequally distributed. This is not possible. You cannot comment 83% of the string will be burned in 15 minutes. We cannot burn from middle. We can only burn from the ends only. Right? I told you we cannot break the strings into 2. If you will burn from the middle, the string will be breaked. No. Keeping fire in the middle. Basically, breaking of string is not allowed. Breaking the string in 2 is not allowed. Think something else. Okay. And if the string is name folding, even if you will fold Rimsha, the string will break, right? If I will fold and burn from this end, the string will break into 2. Anyhow, right? We are not allowed to break the string. Increasing the amount of fire will also not work. Okay. Okay. Let me give you the answer. Nah, should I? Or you guys want to think more? Should I give the answer? Okay. Let me give the answer. Okay. Take two strings. Take two strings. With one string, it is not possible. Okay. I need two strings. fire, fire, fire. I will put the fire at 3 places. I took 2 strings and I have put the fire at 3 places. First string is burnt from both the ends and the second string is burnt from only one end. Okay? Fine, na? First string is burnt from both the ends and the second string is burnt from only one end. When the first string will be completely burnt. जो पहली string है वो कब completely burn हो जाएगी? When the first string will be completely burnt out. Guys, when the first string will be completely burnt out. 30 minutes. The 30 minutes of the first string is also gone. The 30 minutes of first string is also gone, right? 30 minutes is left. These 30 minutes are left. Am I right? When the first string is completely burned, the 30 minutes of second string is gone and 30 minutes are left. True? Guys, repeat. Please speak out. True, na? True. Now at this point, burn from the second end of the second string as well. And I will start the timer here and stop here. Right? 30 minutes were left and we were igniting from only one end. Now, when the 30 minutes are left, if I will ignite from both the ends, the rest of the string will be finished in how much time? If I will ignite from both the ends now, the rest of the string will go in 15 minutes. This is how I will calculate the 15 minutes of the time. Logically good, na? So here I wanted to show you guys, this was logic plus imagination. And this is what web development is. Super duper interesting thing. Hai? It's not just logic, it's a story plus logic. It do have a story, it do have an imagination plus logic, right? We need both. If I cannot imagine strings in my mind, if I cannot firing them in my mind, I will not be able to do anything, right? Imagination is a very important part of it. And logic also we need, okay? So this is what web development is, okay? And DSA is just logic. DSA is just mathematics, pure mathematics. That's what DSA. And this is what web development is. Clear the difference between DSA and web development? Everyone? Clear? Okay, awesome. How's the Josh? जोश कैसा है सब लोगों का? To learn something new in your life. Good. It should always be high. Always keep it high. See, one thing I have learned from my managers, a lot of managers I had in my life at a very good level, right? From multiple IITs, from multiple IIMs, right? I have learned from everyone. One thing all of them common is, what is common in IITs, IIM students, na? If you will look at them, what unique in them is, their Josh is always high. They are always keen to learn something. They are always into like, I will do it. I will do it. They will never say no. They will never say I cannot do it. They will always say, yes, let's do it, man. Let's do it. They will always be high. Not high on something else. They're internally high. They're internally motivated a lot, right? And what we find in the tier 3 colleges, we remain demotivated, right? I am also from tier 3. We generally do demotivated. When we get demotivated, we start watching Netflix. Hai na? Okay. So that's the difference between us and so always keep your motivation high for new learning. Okay. Now let's talk about the roadmap to web development. Okay, this is our agenda. I have talked a lot about other things. I have not talked about this. Roadmap to web development. What do I need to be a successful web developer? क्या करूं मैं? क्या पढ़ूं? What I do study to be a successful software engineer, to be a successful web developer, to get the high paying jobs at startups. What I do, right? ऐसा मैं क्या करूं? Okay, that's the roadmap to web development. Okay, so first thing I told you, what is most important thing for physics? Physics, web development. What is important to learn web development? What is important to learn physics? फिजिक्स समझने के लिए क्या सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है? बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक क्या है उसका? गाइस, मैथ. हियर डीएससी. Yes, yes, Samyak, please go on. If someone new to development wants to learn and become job ready, how long it will take to acquire the necessary skills and able to handle tasks for a company? See, this varies from one person to another person. Okay. This thing plus sum of DSA, some DSA plus JS, this is important enough to work for any company, start working for any company, right? This varies from person to person. It can be from 2 months to 6 months. Okay. I have seen people cracking in 2 months. I have seen people cracking in 6 months. I have seen people cracking in 1 year as well. Okay. But average is 6. And lowest is 2, highest is 1. No, 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 no. That's not true, Raj. Requirement for development is super high. Let me tell you. है ना? Let's start working on this roadmap. I will tell you why the requirement is still super duper high. Both high. No, no, no. It does not include Python. Okay. I will tell you. Samyak, I will clear all the doubts here. Okay. So we do need, first thing we do need is some level of DSA. I'm not saying very strong DSA. I'm saying just some level of logical thinking. Okay, at some extent, we know arrays, we know for loops, we know while, if, else, everything. Okay, so we know some level of DSA. We know some level of logical thinking. Okay. Second thing is HTML. Anyone can tell me what HTML is? What is HTML? Okay, this full form is hypertext markup language, a skeleton of the web page. What do I mean by skeleton? Right? If nowadays a lot of buildings are building, right? React comes under front end, Palvi. Okay, so a lot of buildings are getting built around us, right? So if you will find, initially they put just the structure. You will find the columns. You will find only the columns, foundation, then columns of the building, right? You will note that this room will be there, this room will be there, this room will be there. No walls, just the columns of the building. आपको ऐसी कुछ बिल्डिंग दिखाई देगी इनिशियली, राइट? रो स्ट्रक्चर, रो स्ट्रक्चर. That's what HTML is to web development. That is what HTML is to web development. A row structure, skeleton. Now, a lot of students find it boring. What HTML? Tags, a tag, heading, paragraph. What is this? Text. What is this? Right? Nothing. So simple to do, है ना? But it is super duper complex because no one teaches you the foundation of. No one teach you how HTML works, how HTML reacts internally, what is DOM tree, how DOM manipulation happens, right? How browser reads HTML, right? So all of these things are the building blocks of your HTML. Okay, how you can create your own custom tags. Okay, how you put them on the browser. A lot of things HTML have, a lot of interesting things HTML have. Okay, but that is your skeleton of the web development. For example, if I am building a web page, I am saying here I will have my header, here I will have my image, here I will have a paragraph. Okay, so this is HTML. Here I have sent, this is my header, this is my image, and this is a paragraph. This is what HTML is, that I have defined what will be putted where. What will be putted where? The structure of the web page, that is known as your HTML. Okay. Then the next thing we learn to know is CSS. Again, CSS looks boring to persons, okay, to students, but CSS is again a super duper interesting thing. Okay. CSS is the beauty of web development. It feels color into your black and white life. Okay. Just having the structure of the building is not enough to stay here. Enough. Just having the structure of the building is not enough to stay here. We need beautiful walls, painted wallpapers, having everything in our kitchen, right? So that's what CSS do. Fill the colors. Make the things beautiful. Make the thing beautiful. Okay. So CSS is very, very important. Nowadays, people talk about Tailwind. These are frameworks over CSS. I don't believe in all of this. Just try to learn the raw CSS. Most of the companies use raw CSS. If we talk about the big companies, they focus on the raw CSS. Why? Because raw CSS is super fast. This is super fast. Okay. So people focus here on the raw CSS instead of some framework like MUI, Tailwind or somewhere. Yes, raw CSS means core CSS. Absolutely right, Ritesh. We will talk about it. Okay. So these are the frameworks over CSS. For example, let's say this is an image. I need to round the corners. मुझे इमेज के जो कॉर्नर्स है वो राउंड करने, आई हैव टू राउंड द कॉर्नर्स ऑफ द इमेज, है ना. आई नीड टू पुट ओनली वन लाइन, border, radius, let's say 50%. Okay, I am not telling you what is the meaning of this line, but I have to give one CSS property. Let's say paint with red. Okay, only one CSS property is required, है ना. But in frameworks, you will get 100 properties and then use only one out of it. Getting my point? When you import a framework, you get all the properties they have made, right? उन्होंने जितनी भी CSS property बनाई है, सब आपकी programming में आ जाएगा. Everything will come into your code. Everything will come into your code. But you will be using only one out of 100. 99 is a waste. Right? Now, if you will have extra code in your program, it is bad, na? Having extra code in your program is bad, guys. Which is not required. Having some extra code which is not required is bad thing, na? Yes, no? So that's why I'm saying frameworks are bad. That's why companies prefer core CSS instead of using some framework. Okay, that's why we prefer to use core CSS. Okay, make frameworks as per us. Okay, so that is the CSS part. Now, my building is ready. This is a 12th floor building. Okay, and let's say uh, Bhavya and Raj have bought the flat at 12th floor. No, this is not a framework. Okay, the pure CSS is not a framework. We call it pure CSS. Okay, so two person have bought the flat at this 12th floor, flat 1, flat 2. Now lift is not here, light is not here, electricity is not here, lift is not here, no maintenance, anything. Will you guys be able to stay here? क्या रह पाओगे यहाँ पे? If you don't get electricity, if you don't get your mixer running, mixer is here, but it does not revolve. Oven is here, but it does not heat. Freeze is here, but it does not cool. Right? So we need dynamicity. What do I mean by dynamicity? Lifts are dynamic, right? Lift will go from first floor to 12th floor, from ground floor to 12th floor, right? They're changing. Okay. So they are changing their position dynamically as per the requirement. Dynamically, they are changing the position. That is known as dynamicity, right? In terms of development, if I say someone have seen the carousel slideshow. Slideshow is one you are seeing one image flat 50% off. Another time you are seeing get buy one three one. Another second you are seeing buy two get two. Right? These kind of offers keep on sliding every 3 seconds. Right? That is dynamic. Right? So in dynamicity in your web development in your website get done by JavaScript. So the third thing we learn to know in very depth, JavaScript is super duper important. Most important thing. Most important thing. JavaScript. So JavaScript will make your website dynamic. है ना? अभी मैं स्क्रीन शेयर कर पा रहा हूँ आप लोगों से चैट कर पा रहा हूँ ऑल बिकॉज ऑफ जावास्क्रिप्ट ओनली नथिंग एल्स है ना सिर्फ जावास्क्रिप्ट की वजह से पॉसिबल है कि आई एम एबल टू चैट विद यू गाइस आई एम एबल टू टॉक विद यू गाइस आई एम एबल टू शो माय वीडियो टू यू गाइस okay that is just possible via JS. So JS is the dynamicity of the web development. JS makes content dynamic. JS makes content dynamic. Okay. Then comes the React. Now why React? Anyone have ever done code in JS? किसी ने जावास्क्रिप्ट में कोड किया कभी? Here is the question. Right. Here is the question. Samyak says, but don't you think things AI will do easily? We just want to simply do it. है ना? So chat GPT is the question. Right, Samyak? See, Samyak, I have been in the industry from a long time. I have worked with all kind of guys. I know AI as well, right? I can build my own models. That's possible, right? That is the truth. Anyone who knows JS or any other language or computer programming, if I talk about the computer programming, anyone knows computer programming from the base. Base means foundation. How array gets stored in the memory. How pointer works. What is data structures. How RAM works. How my hard disk works. How operating system works. Anyone who knows the depth of the computer programming, it is impossible to replace him by AI. है ना? Hotstar do have how many users Hotstar you guys have seen maximum? Hotstar में आपने maximum users कितने देखे हैं? What is the maximum number of users you guys have seen Hotstar? In any IPL or let's say World Cup match, how many users you guys have seen? I have seen more than 10 crores as well, huh? At one place. At least more than 10 crores easily. है ना? I have seen 10 crore plus people. Okay. Now, give this question to ChatGPT. Build an Hotstar to serve 10 crore people. Live stream for 10 crore people. It's not possible. ChatGPT will fail. Ask the very foundational, very logical questions of JS from ChatGPT. It will fail again. Ask something new to the ChatGPT out of the world idea. You guys have out of the world idea and ask from ChatGPT. It will not be able to answer. Why? Because it cannot think. You have given some information to ChatGPT. ChatGPT have some information. It can perform some calculations on it. No, not possible. Okay. So ChatGPT do calculations on it. Calculations. है ना। कुछ आपके पास इंफॉर्मेशन है, उसके ऊपर कैलकुलेशन कर सकता है, नई इंफॉर्मेशन जनरेट नहीं कर सकता। वी आर द रिसर्चर्स, वी ओनली कैन जनरेट न्यू इंफॉर्मेशन, वी ओनली कैन थिंक लॉजिकली, वी ओनली कैन थिंक एट द बेस लेवल, right? We are the builders of ChatGPT. How ChatGPT can think better than us, right? If you're asking it can replace a front-end developer, no. There are very hard UIs nowadays, right? You guys have seen the standard of UI is completely changed, है ना? UI पे लोग बहुत ज्यादा फोकस करते हैं यार। फोन पे का UI देखो, right? Other apps का UI देखो, it keeps on improving every day. It is becoming complex and complex and complex, right? Every day UI is becoming more complex, right? ChatGPT cannot build more complex UIs, है ना। ChatGPT can help me write a for loop to sum an array, है ना, ये तो कर देगा, write a for loop to sum an array. This is possible via ChatGPT. So, but this is a help, right? In old days, guys, think on it. Think of it. In old days, what used to happen? We used to write in machine level language, है ना। मशीन लेवल लैंग्वेज पता है सबको। We used to write the code in this. Then C came, a high level language. Then C++ came, more easy for us. Then Python came, life became more easy for us. Then JS वगैरह came, life became more easy for us, है ना। Things keep on coming, right? Now Chat GPT came, life became more easy for us. We are not replaced, our life became easy. So we can focus on more complex problems instead of focusing on for loop, है ना। हम for loop पे फोकस करने की बजाय मोर कॉम्प्लेक्स चीजों पे सोचें, हमारा दिमाग जो है मोर कॉम्प्लेक्स चीजों पे काम करे। इट इज अ टूल टू हेल्प डेवलपर, not to replace a developer. It is a tool to help a developer, not to replace a developer ever, है ना। It can never replace a developer if you are learning from the foundation, if you're learning from the basic, it will never be able to replace you guys. Okay, I can definitely say I am unreplaceable. You want the proof? I let me prove you. So my company is like Wix. Wix पता है सबको, Wix and Shopify. Everyone knows about these two brands, Wix, Shopify. Basically, these are the platforms where we can build e-commerce website within few minutes. These are the website builders. These are the website builders. Okay, you can just build, drag and drop some components, and your website will be ready. है ना? Just name your website abcd.com, and your website abcd.com is ready to launch in within few hours. है ना? These are known as website builders. Abrew is app builder. Abrew is the company where I work. This is an app builder. Basically, we build native mobile apps exactly similar to Wix without any coding. No code tool. Without any code, you can build native mobile apps for your iOS and Play stores. For app stores and iOS and Android, you can build native mobile apps within few hours. So I have built the apps for big, very big brands. If you guys know Snitch, I am the builder of Snitch. Snitch mobile app is built by Abrew. Okay, Bakabuki, Anveshan, Fable Street. Name any big brand that is built by Abrew, and I am involved there in some scenarios, right? In some capacity, I am involved in building those big brands' mobile apps. Snitch is serving millions of users every day. Now, Snitch is serving millions of users every day, and we are the builder of that mobile app. Okay, so you can think of the level. So this is what Abrew works, right? So now in Abrew, we work on mobile development. We work on web development for our platform. We work on backend development to serve millions of users. We work on the cloud. Our server is hosted in AWS. We work on GCP, Google Cloud. Our analytics tool works there, right? We work with Kafka, we work with Dockers, we work with a lot of things. And I have contribution and a good level of contribution in all these things. I am a full stack developer. I have a very, very good contribution in all the across domains, all across domains. Can ChatGPT do the same? No. Am I replaceable here? No. Is the company dependent on me? Yes, to some extent, it is dependent on me. Now I am not replaceable, right? So learn, work like you are never replaceable and keep learning, keep growing, never stop. Okay, that's the only thing you have to do. Never ever stop, and you will never be replaceable by not definitely by any AI tool, not even by any some person as well, है ना? कल को कोई नया पर्सन आके भी आपको रिप्लेस नहीं कर सकता. AI टूल तो बहुत दूर की बात है that you will be replaceable ever. Okay, so never focus that your jobs will be finished one day. Nah, that is not going to happen, right? Yes, that we were talking about. So what full stack development includes? Till now we have focused where? HTML. Yes, yes, yes. So Vivo V2225. Sorry. Okay, we will speak only in English only. Okay. So we have HTML. Then we have to learn CSS. Then we have to learn JS. Then we have to learn React. And you are a front-end developer. Okay, you can apply from the jobs from here. You can apply from the jobs from here. You are a front-end developer now. Okay, React have a lot of jobs and it will have always. Okay, for the next 10 years, these jobs are not going anywhere. For the next 10 years, these jobs are not going anywhere. Is it possible to enter the job market just by learning front-end development? Yes, yes, yes. That is what I am talking about. So you can enter here and the minimum package you can expect from 4 to 5 LPA here. This is the minimum and maximum there is no limit. Market gives anything. Okay, there is no limit. This is for the front-end developer. Now talking about the backend development, see, people prefer the same language on the both end, front end and back end. That's why Node.js is so much in hype, right? That's why Node.js is very good framework to learn, very good runtime to learn. Okay. The first thing is Node.js. Okay, Ritesh, I cannot because there are other persons as well. So I will use both. Okay. I will keep doing Hindi little bit in between. Okay. Okay. So Node.js. What is Node.js? Node.js is a tool to use JS in the backend. Tool to use JS outside of browser, let's say, outside of browser. Runtime environment. Yes, true. Node.js is a runtime environment, but we don't want to go into the depth. We just are covering the roadmap, what we need to learn. Okay. After learning Node.js, we need to learn two types of DB. One is SQL and another is NoSQL. So for NoSQL, you guys can prefer MongoDB. And for SQL, the always the preferred one is MySQL. Okay, you can use PostgreSQL as well. That is also fine. But we have to learn one SQL database and one NoSQL database. Then we learn is about the hosting. How to host the server, how to host the website. Start from Netlify, Heroku, and then start working on AWS. AWS is a little bit complex. Okay. Then learn about system design. HLD, LLD, high level design, low level design. Okay. Then learn about scaling, means cloud. Excel AWS instead of GCP, any other cloud, DigitalOcean. Okay. Focus here. AWS. AWS is very good in the, at least in the Indian markets. Okay. In how much time you can be a front-end developer? 2 months. 2 to 3 months. Okay, you will be a good web front-end developer in 2 to 3 months itself. and you can easily have a 4 to 5 LP of package and you are front-end development ready. Okay. Aditya had messaged me directly, so I was replying to him. Okay, please do not do direct messages. Try to do the message in the group so everyone is aware. Okay, after learning cloud, we can learn other tools like Docker, GCP, Kafka, okay, and other tools, right? But this is separately. This is separate. And also, if you want, this is also have a good scope. Learn React Native or Flutter. Flutter is going, but React Native is important for mobile development. Okay, Flutter is getting dead. Okay, but React Native is getting a lot of hype. So for mobile development, you guys can learn React Native as well. So this all makes you a good full stack developer. Okay, ji? This all makes you a good full stack developer. I am a third year BBA student, but I am interested in coding and editing videos like Adobe Premiere Pro. So should I start learning from now or after UG? You should start learning from now itself. I will tell you, I teach at NST, Newton School of Technology. The first year of my student, okay, the student of first year itself cracked GSOC. And one was a ICPC regionals finalist. Okay. So in the first year itself, students are doing this. You are in third year, man. Right? So for the first year itself, the students are doing this much. Sorry. Okay. Good resources, Pallavi. There are a lot of good resources on YouTube or anywhere, right? Okay. But you will not get resources at one place. All the resources collectively at one place. Okay. For this, you can join any kind of course. I'm not marketing any course here. Okay. You can join anything, whatever you want, where you will get all the knowledge at one place in a structured manner. A knowledge in a structured manner. Okay, first I will learn this, then this, then this. I will build a few good projects on it. Okay, I will get motivated by my uh, side students, right? Whoever is studying with me, right? I will get the knowledge from that them as well. I will be competitive there. I will have a discipline. Okay, so get enrolled in any course if you can afford. If you cannot afford, just start following any good YouTube channel to learn all of these things. Ah, that's not matter. See, there are students from civil engineering background. There are students from electrical engineering backgrounds. There are students from architectural backgrounds are learning programming nowadays, right? Programming have become very, very important. Doesn't matter if you are doing BBA, MBA, CA, you are doing arts or anything. Programming technical knowledge is super duper important for any field. You are IAS officer. Technical knowledge, I will say, it is super duper important. That's why schools are also introducing it, right? Programming is super important. It will help you in long run, right? In long run, it will be helpful to you, right? It's not just about becoming a software engineer. It's becoming better than others in your life, right? Who does not know programming, who does not have any technical knowledge, you will be definitely doing better than them. Okay. Just having technical knowledge is very, very important nowadays, Samyak. Okay, guys, any other questions? Okay, I hope so. You guys have a very interactive like session. You got to know a lot about web development, how to start, where to start, right? Start with the front end development, okay? Then do the back end. In fact, just do the front end development, join some company and start learning backend parallelly. Okay, I have learned Python. Should I learn C as well? This is also a nice question. Don't learn a particular language. Don't just learn a language. Understand it. Understand the language. If you understand the language properly now, you will not ask this question, Python, C, C++. Now, I can switch to any other language within 2 days. I will just take 2 days, or in fact, 1 day only, to switch to any other language, because my basics are strong. है ना? Learn any language. Basically, I mean understand any language, C, Python, JavaScript, or whatever, but understand it from the base. And you will feel very, very comfortable that I can switch to any language now. I can do Python, I can do C hash, I can do anything. I can go anytime, right? Your manager asks, develop a program in Go tomorrow, and you will be able to raise your hand. Even you have never touched Go. Why? Because you understand the computer engineering from the base. You will be able to do that. Okay. So language is not important. Understanding that is important. Should I opt for MCA or learn by YouTube or something like that? Samyak, this is your call. See, देखो, I can give you my life story. I cannot like take the decision. I can give you my life story. I could have gone for MTech, right? I told you in 2020, I could have gone for MTech or start my technical journey at 2LP, right? It was a very tough decision. 2LP is what? Nothing, almost nothing, है right? Or I could have done my MTech, started my MTech in 2020. So here my thought process was, let's start with 2LPA. In 2 years, if my in second year my salary is 6 LPA also, I would have earned at least 8 to 10 lakhs, right? And in the next year, means in 2022, I will be starting at let's say 8 or 10 LP. Means I will be earning at least this. This is the worst case scenario. Definitely, I was earning much more than this. Okay, but this is the at least, this is the worst scenario. I will have this much money in my pocket. है ना? But what if I do MTech? I will have to start with zero in 2022. है ना? So I thought in terms of money, okay, to be honest. And I will have also here 2 years of work X. 2 years of work X here. And here I will have 0 years of work X. Right? 2 years will go on. I will not have any money. I will not have any work X. So I gone with this path. Okay. But again, your choice. Here you will have a MTech degree. Here you will have a MCA degree. Okay, this definitely have some value. I'm not saying all the values, but this definitely have some value. And also you will have 2 more years to increase your learning, right? You can learn anything. You can learn AI. You can learn data science. You can learn a lot of things. You will have 2 more years of college life. You will have 2 years of enjoyment, 2 years of learning, right? It have this benefit. Okay. So at that time, I was the age of 21 or 22. I wanted to earn. So I took this path. If you want to learn, take this path. As simple as this. है ना? हम पे डिपेंड करता है कि हम क्या पाथ लेना चाहते हैं अब लर्निंग वाला पाथ लेना है कि मुझे सीखना है टेक द एमसीए पाथ want to earn money take the job path as simple as this okay I did my BTech from GJS IPU Delhi. GJS IPU. Your math is weak. Make it strong, right? We need the basic level of mathematics. 10th level of mathematics is enough. Right? Practice it. Practice makes a math strong, right? No one learns the math from the childhood itself, right? They learn at some level. You learn now. What's the problem, right? I am assuming you are in the maximum 19 or 20 years, right? 20 hogi maximum, right? What's bad in learning maths now? Start learning now. Okay, guys, fill up the form. है ना? EdiGlobe, from the name EdiGlobe, this is shared. From this form, you will get the certificate of participation, right? Okay, you will get a certificate for participation. Please fill up this form shared with you in the chat box. Definitely you can get. Pallavi, it is possible. In data science, there are a lot of openings now. They hire freshers. Now, matrix differentiation, integration, these are not necessary. Samek, it's not needed. Could we study about DSA for on campus? Yes, we can. Sir, please send the link again. Yes, EdiGlobe, please share the link again. Share the link of form and pin it. Please pin it into the chat box, the link of the form. Not to me. Let me share the link. Okay, let me answer your questions. First, Hanan is saying, sir, feeling a low because I was not able to get NIT. Are yaar. I told you na, in NST itself, the first year students cracked GSOC, first year students cracked ICPC. Okay, that's not NIT. Okay, Hanan. So it's not a compulsory. I'm from IPU. I'm earning more than from IIT's one. Okay, there will be definitely some IITs from them. I am earning more. Okay, I am from a tier 3 college, but I am doing good in my life because I focus later on my learning. That's fine. What about recession period? Recession period जैसा कुछ अभी तक है नहीं यार. Recession is gone. है ना? It does not come every year. Okay, recession is gone, बाजी. IPU which college? BVCOE, Bharati Vidyapeeth College of Engineering. It's in Paschim Vihar. Okay, I did CSC from BVCOE. Okay, guys. Okay. Okay, please fill up the form. Okay, don't forget about it. Okay, so I am leaving here.